I tried to open my eyes when I heard a loud and consistent knock on the door. Getting out of bed is always a piece of work for a heavy sleeper like me. And this has never happened before. I've had phone calls and texts waking me from my peaceful slumber, but visitors are not in my list of alarms. I threw my comforter away as I got up and tried to walk as steady as I possibly could. My hands fumbled to find the doorknob as I struggled to keep my eyes open. I subconsciously ran a hand through my hair because I was pretty sure anybody who looked at me at the moment would think I'm a poor kid without a roof over my head. I opened the front door without knowing who expect. Surprisingly, it was our next-door neighbor. She owned our apartment too and had rented it to us at a lower price than normal because she was also my mom's really good friend. But something was strange. Her face looked like it was painted on a canvas with bad quality acrylic paints, and her movement looked robotic. "Did my son come in this morning?" It was natural for her to ask that because me and little Krishna were fond of each other and my roommate would always give him candy. But what I found weird was that she wasn't really speaking in sentences. It was all gibberish and incoherent, yet somehow I still managed to understand. Refraining myself from adding a curse word, "It's 5:30 in the morning. He's not here," I mumbled in my hoarse, sleepy voice, trying not to sound too annoyed. She then robotically walked up the stairs, possibly to ask others if they had seen her 5-year-old goofing around somewhere. I knew that it was all really weird, but I was too sleepy to think straight. I closed the door and walked back to my room. I fell face first on the bed, hoping to catch some sleep, but I barely managed to. Because the previous events, the animated face and fiery red eyes of Krishna's mother kept flashing in my mind every now and again. It was almost 8 a.m. when I found the will to get out bed before getting ready to leave for my morning classes. I wanted to wake my roommate up but immediately decided against it. I'll let him off just this once. He was up all night anyway. I felt a sharp twinge of guilt for not taking the trouble to respond to Mrs. Dixit's question properly earlier this morning. So, I decided to go ask her if she had found Krishna. That's the least I can do after blowing her off like that. God, I'm an asshole. I knocked on her door twice and waited. Seconds were ticking and so was my anxiety. Just as I was about to turn around to leave, I saw the door open and the familiar face of Mrs. Dixit pop from the side. She was wearing a friendly smile which instantly made me feel at ease. "Good morning. Are you leaving for school?" she asked, enthusiastic. "Good morning. Yes. Did you find Krishna?" She furrowed her brows which made her eyes squint into little crescent moons. "What do you mean, did I find him? You came looking for him earlier. I'm sorry I got annoyed at you." "No, I didn't, and no, you didn't." But I was pretty sure she did. She must have noticed my confused expression because she gently pressed her hand on forehead. "Did you have a bad dream?" 4 hours went by in a daze and the last lecture was over before I realized. When I got back I saw my lanky roommate on the couch with toothbrush in his hand and white foam smudged on his lips. He was reading from the papers on the coffee table. "Holy ... did you just wake up?" I asked. He looked at me briefly and nodded his head before going back to whatever he was reading. "How many times have I told you to brush your teeth in the bathroom?" He mockingly waved his hands at me and went into the bathroom. He came out minutes later with a towel over his shoulders. "How was your day?" "It was okay ... I guess. But, dude, I had the weirdest dream this morning. So I was sleeping when..." I began my rant like we usually do when something happens. But he threw the towel on the couch and started to walk towards the front door, completely ignoring my words. "Hey! I'm talking to you. Are you even listening?" I asked, a little offended. "Yeah. Wait, I'll be right back." "Where are you going?" "I just need to ask Mrs. Dixit if she found Krishna."